Hello, my Crystal Kingdom, and welcome to a new review. Now, I know, it's been a while. I'm sorry. I just haven't been wanting to review, and now here we are, because I got one of the rarest Transformers currently, Rise of the Beast, Optimus Prime. Now, there are issues with this guy, and there is a DNA design kit. So if you do want those, go check those out. There is a DNA design kit for this guy with like new swords, new axe, new blaster, new shoulders, fixes the back. But we'll talk about this back in a second. So here he is, and yeah, he is really cool. I was really hoping to get this guy, and here he is. I think I got this guy on like Monday through Amazon. So you can see all the details there. And yeah, there he is pretty good from the front. Anyway, he is very good in the front side until you get to the back. And then it's just what happened here. Now, on the real truck, there's only this part that's blue. There's only a part like this that's blue, which is what the feet are trying to replicate here. But then when you go to the actual transform him, you move the front of the legs, and then it just ends up here. So it is what it is. It's a compromise that they have to do for a very awesome robot mode. But yeah. Now, something that is cool with this guy is his accessories. Now, first we have this very awesome sword. Right here, I'm gonna move him backwards. Now, something cool that comes with him is this very awesome sword that he comes with. Now, I've seen someone review the movie and said this looks like a Optimus Prime sword, but butter knife version. I thought that was funny. So this is Optimus's sword, and it has that orange glow or anything. So it's like Optimus's axe at the end of the movie, where he didn't have the flame effect on. And then next is this very, very tiny blaster. Very tiny. Now, in the movie, this cannon was huge. Like, he had a big cannon. But then you look at this little dainty thing. It's just like, where did it all go wrong? Now, this is something that the DNA design upgrade does fix. And yeah, there is a way to store it, but I found an easier way to store it. So yeah, there's his blaster. Now, to store these weapons, you have to come to Prime. The back of Prime, you gotta split it down the middle, and there are two little slots in his leg. I don't know if you can see them or not, but there's two little ports in his leg. There's a little tab on the side of this, and then you just want to plug the sword in, close up the leg, and then that is where the sword goes. Now the gun, there are little slots here and here, and when you go put the gun in, you kind of just there. You basically put it in the back. I'm gonna fix my light real quick, so I'll be right back. Okay, I hope that's a little better, but yeah. Now on to comparisons. Oh, well, he's too far. Now on to comparisons. First up, here we have him with Earthrise Optimus Prime. Here he is with Studio Series 100 Rise of the Beast Bumblebee. And here he is with Dark of the Moon Studio Series Optimus Prime. And you can see, let me lift up the camera a little bit. So you kind of see this Optimus Prime is definitely longer in vehicle mode, while this Optimus is a little bit more compact. So there you have that. Now on to transformation. So first we're just going to remove the tiny little gun. Then we're going to come here and remove his sword. And now for transformation. Now first you want to, well, if they haven't done it for you, you just want to put the little gas tanks in. I don't know, little things here. I don't know if they're what they are. Gas tanks. I don't know. You're just gonna flip them down. Now you're gonna split the legs. You're gonna come here, and unpeg these. Now how these peg in is that there's a, oh, I'm not focused. There's a little hole here and a little tab there, and there's a little slot there and a peg there. And you're just gonna straighten these out. So unpeg it all and straighten it out. Next, you're going to bring the foot and bring it out and turn it around. Now you're going to you're gonna take these bits here and you're going to like unpeg them. The easiest way I found it is just moving his legs out a little bit, and that untaps it. So now his legs are free. Then you're gonna come back to the front or back. I'm sorry, back. And now you're going to bring. Oh, I'm running out of focus again. You're going to bring this piece down, not all the way, and then you're gonna bring the front of his leg down. Now there are a couple of. I gotta open it back up. There are a couple of slots. There's 2 slots here. There's 2 tabs there. You're just gonna line that all up, and that should just tap in right there. And then it's just easy. There's basically 3 points of connection. There's the 2 in there, and then there's 1 there. You're gonna do the same thing on this side, just like so, just like that. There you go. Now we're going to go up a little bit here. Go up. Alright. Now you're going to come here and you're actually going to unpeg these from where they tab in. So there's just slots there, tabs there. Then you're going to come to turn around. You're going to take this piece and you're going to unpeg it. So how this works is that there's 2 little slots right here and right here. And there's 2 little pegs right there and there. We're going to take the wheels. I'm out of focus. We're going to take the wheels and bring them into the body. And now you're going to, you can't stand them up yet because you have to come here, flip these panels up to reveal the Autobot symbol. Now, what you're going to do is that you're going to come here and you're going to bring these pieces out. And it fell out. For me, these pieces are really loose. So, I'll just move it out real quick and pick that back in. There we go. And you gotta do the same thing on this side. Just unpeg it. Now, these can be really tight. I found out. You can just. Oh, no, I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we're done with that, now we're going to take the take the arms and we're going to move them from right here. We're just going to move them up. Go, and we're going to do that on the same for both sides. Now you're going to stand him up, turn around, and bring him up the rest. You're going to turn this around and bring him up the rest of the way. Now you're going to bring the arms down and around, just like that, and then this piece would go right in here and tap into the back, just like that. Now you're going to come to the arms. You're going to lift this piece up, bring the hand out, close that panel. Just going to fold it and fold it. Now you're going to do the same thing on the side. Turn it around, open this panel up, bring the hand out, and fold this all up and close that. Now you're going to take these little panels here. I'm actually going to raise up a little bit. Going to take these panels here. You're just going to flip them around, just like that. You're going to do the same thing on the side. Now you are going to open the chest up. You're going to bring the head up, bring this panel down, and then close up the chest. And there you have Studio Series 102 Optimus Prime in his robot mode. And this is the best Studio Series Optimus Prime in a lot of people's opinion, including mine. Now, let's get in close here to look at that head. There's the head sculpt, and it looks a lot better than the original. I don't have the original Studio Series Bumblebee movie Optimus. The eyes are painted instead of having a light pipe going down the figure. You can see there, that's where the Autobot symbol would be on his chest. And going down the figure, you can see he looks really, really good in this back. Now you can see he's very clean on the back too. Like there's not a lot. There's not a lot of stuff showing from the vehicle up aside from the back of the arms, which is way better than on the Masterpiece and the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. Now for the accessories, there's multiple ways you can have the sword. But first we're going to show how to store it. Now for the sword, you're going to store on these little pegs here, and then that's where you can store these. There you go. Now there's a bunch of ways. There's a peg here. There's this little slot there. You can plug the sword into like that. You can have him You can have him holding the sword like that, or you can use this little peg here, and there's a little slot in there. Make sure you move his hand down a little, because of the transformation. His hand goes down a little bit, and then you put in the sword like that. And that is my preferred way of him having the sword. And the gun is actually really smart how they did the gun. So you're going to basically open up the hand. You're basically going to transform the hand again. So you're going to put the hand back in there. Then you're going to take the gun, and then you're just going, there's a little slot in the back, and a little post there, and then you're just going to plug it in, and there you go. I really like how that is done, because that left the third-party companies doing stuff very easily to give him a new gun. And now storage. Once I can get his hand out, there we go. So there's just two little tabs here and here, and that's basically going to plug in to the back here. Oh, that's the wrong peg. That's the wrong thing. That's why. There you go. So you can kind of see, but it doesn't take a lot to knock that off. I'll be right back. It went under my table. But yeah, you can see it does not take a lot to knock the gun out of his back. So what I like to do is I like to open up his chest. There you go. Alright. I like to open up the chest. And since there's nothing in the chest anymore, I just like to put the gun in his chest. Close that up. And then that's my preferred way of storing the gun, so that it doesn't go flying everywhere when you try to remove it. Sometimes you have to use something to get in there. So yeah. But there you have all of his weapons. Now for some comparisons. For comparisons, here we have the Earthrise Optimus Prime. You can kind of see they're roughly the same size. So there's that. Here is Studio Series Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime. Now you can see, when in vehicle mode, Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime was bigger, but in robot mode, he is the same size as Rise of the Beast Optimus. Actually, Rise of the Beast Optimus is a little taller. You have that. And my favorite comparison to do with these two is him and Rise of the Beast Studio Series Bumblebee. And this just looks awesome to me, just having these two together. And I have the new faced Bumblebee as well, so he has more paint on his face. So yeah, there you have that. I almost forgot to do articulation. So his head can do a full 360 until, oh, you can't see that, my bad. So his head can do a full 360 and go up, down, a little wiggly waggly. His arms can do a full 360. So the way they have his transformation, he has that. He has an ab crunch. I don't like the arms. His DNA design is fixing, but it should have been built. The way the DNA is doing it should have been the first way it was built, because now it just like bonk and falls over. And for the legs, so because this piece right here is solid, they had to do something to go against that. And right here, they put the hip joint right here instead of having it back there, so that Optimus's leg can go out like that and doesn't make the figure look bad in any way. But due to that, his leg can't go back at all, sadly. I mean, this is how he normally stands, and then it just goes back that far. Knees bend a little over 90. They can go, hip skirt out the way. They go out that far. They don't go any higher. And I thought they did go a little higher. Yeah, no, they don't go any higher. Ankles can move that way, and they all have butt joints so they can swivel. They can go up a little bit, they can go back a little bit. And yeah, that's the articulation for Prime. So there you go. So there you have Studio Series 102 Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. This figure really does truly show you the true power of the Prime. There are some issues that the figure does have, like the back of the truck and the shoulders, and the freaking itty bitty cannon, man. Not that there's nothing wrong with the cannon, it is very nicely detailed. It's just way too small. It can get lost very easily, and if you lose that, you kind of don't have a weapon to give Prime unless you have the original Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie. Now, there is one more issue after this with this figure, and it is just how rare it is. Now, of course, it's going to be Optimus Prime, and from what I heard, Hasbro released him early. That's why he was in the Bumblebee line. He was released early to hype up the movie. But I believe close around like 4 or 5 months ago, this figure did get discontinued in the Bumblebee line. And hopefully, for those who weren't able to get the figure when he was in the Bumblebee line, you guys can get him. You guys can get him much easier now. Not now, but soon, because I heard that they're going to release a actual Studio Series copy of this figure. So hopefully we get that soon. Now, thank you everybody so much for watching, and for one we will all miss, it's just a theory, a game theory. Thank you guys so much for watching.